Yo guys, welcome back to your PTCGO video. Today guys, I'm going to be looking at the Primeape today, the single strike Primeape, and seeing if we can make it work today in our standard format. Of course, Primeape is a very strong attacker with that attack Steam and Mad Strike, which does 50 damage for each of your bench Pokemon with damage on them. If you have 5 Pokemon on your bench, that is 250 damage if all of them have damage on them. Now the problem is Primeape did lose some cards with rotation, like Jynx and Spiritomb, which were really good to play with Primeape. We no longer have those. So instead, I've kind of turned this Primeape deck into a Primeape Donphan Hangry Morpeko deck, which I think is a pretty cool combo. Of course, Donphan is a cool partner with this Primeape because of the attack Earthquake, which does 120 damage for 1 energy, which can be a great way to set something up to be KO'd later on. But it also allows you to do 20 damage to your entire bench, which is perfect because it allows you to damage your whole bench, which means Primeape already can do Steam and Mad Strike because your bench has been heavily damaged by Donphan. Of course, Houndoom can also help put damage on stuff, but mostly Houndoom is just here to build up our Primeape. Primeape being a single strike Pokemon does mean we can do 250 with Steam and Mad Strike, but we can also combine it with single strike energy to hit even harder. And then, of course, Hangry Morpeko. If we're damaging our Pokemon for Primeape's attack, might as well use Morpeko as our kind of sponge target. It's also a single strike Pokemon. That's also a dark type Pokemon, which helps us versus Mew VMAX. So before we get the video, of course, show 2, the sponsor Card Cavern TCG. As always, guys, if you're ever looking for any PTCGO pack codes, make sure to go get them over at Card Cavern. Card Cavern does sell codes online for the cheapest. So if you guys are looking to pick up any sets like Fusion Strike, which is like the main currency right now, or any other sets like Evolving Skies, Battle Styles, Chilling Reign, anything like that, get them over at Card Cavern. Card Cavern also sells IRL TCG singles if you're looking to pick any of those up. Get thing at Card Cavern, guys, at the checkout. Make sure to use my discount code LDF for a 5% discount on your order. Help the channel, help yourself out, and help our Card Cavern. So big shout out to Card Cavern. Check them out. Use code LDF. So before we get in the video, I know, where are the LED lights? You might be wondering, why is your light on? Well, unfortunately, my main lighting that I use to light my face is no longer working. So I had to order a new one, which will probably come tomorrow. So I had to turn the lights on today. I couldn't record with the lights off with the LEDs on because I just had no lighting on my face and it looked really stupid. So I gotta do the video with the lights on for today. The new light should come in tomorrow. But yeah, I gotta have natural sunlight coming through. I don't mind the background. I kind of like the light in the background, but I use it for my streams. But just putting that out there, if anyone was like upset there's no LED in today's video. So yeah, this is the list I've been rocking with here. I tried a few different versions of this deck. I tried it with just Houndooms, where you just use Houndoom and put energy on all of your bench Pokemon. Problem is, there's only 4 single strike energy in total, and you kind of want to use Houndoom on your Primeape anyways, so unfortunately it just didn't work. Also, I tried it with Cherrim and Old Cemetery. You can go Cherrim, put a grass energy on each of your Pokemon, but that build was very clunky and inconsistent. Maybe I'll retry it, though. Maybe I just hadn't cracked the list yet, but that's what I'm rocking with for today, is going to be the Donphan build. Again, Donphan's not a bad attacker. 1 for 120 is good. It can set up something to be KO'd by Primeape or Morpeko, and it does 20 damage to your entire bench. We do have 21 Pokemon. We got to make sure we got to have a lot of basics. We want our entire bench to be full, right? So why not? Some other stuff for the deck. I am playing 3 Switch, mainly because you don't want your Donphan to be stuck in the active spot. You want to make sure you can switch it out of harm's way. That's why I am playing 3 copies of Switch in the deck, so we can move Donphan out of the active spot, because it does have a whopping 4 retreat cost. And I mean, there's gonna be times where you don't want to keep doing Earthquake over and over again, and your opponent can just like kind of play into that. Yeah, that's basically the list. Not much more to go into. I would maybe like to fit in a couple more Tower of Darknesses. Other than that, I think the list is kind of cool. Let's go try it out and hopefully get some dubs with Primeape today. See how it does. All right, we won the coin flip, so we will definitely take it. And we're up against single strike, it looks like. See if we can beat it. We got a Mankey and a Morpeko start. Not the greatest hand. I'll open up with Mankey, though. Yeah, I'll open up Mankey, it's fine. I mean, we could do like an early Field Crush to like maybe get some pick damage off on the Urshi to make it easier to KO eventually down the road. So, don't mind that too much. Let's see what we draw here. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay. Do we have Crobat in the deck? We don't. Oh, we do. Okay. Oh, we do. We don't have it. We need it because we're dead drawing. I'm actually going to wait to play it, though. This hand is actually really good. I'll just bench everything. Why not? I'll wait to play Crobat. We could literally draw 6 cards next turn because we have 3 evolutions. Now, the problem is we might get Marnied, but if not, we're chilling. Maybe I should have started with Morpeko, actually, to do more explosive disconnect damage. I'm fine with Primeape, though. I mean, I could also retreat into Donphan next turn if I can find the energy, though. Because Mankey has a 1 retreat cost. There's the Marnie. I saw that coming. I knew this hand wasn't going to last. This hand was too good to be true. I knew they were going to hit me with the Marnie. And how we looking? Please play a Tower of Darkness. Or give me a Draw Supporter top deck. Nope. Yep, there's good old Marnie. Alright, let's see we top deck. We still got the Crobat. We're just gonna do Field Crush. Don't have much of a choice, unfortunately. They got that Marnie on me, bro. I can't. There's not much I can do. We got cheesed out by a Marnie there. So let's see what this Crobat gives me. Alright, we got Donphan. Well, I guess the issue is we only have one Phanpy in play. If they could boss my Donphan here, it'd be pretty bad. I'm actually tempted to hold the hand because I have the energy. I'm going to hold the hand, yeah. We're going to Field Crush for 40. This makes this thing easier to KO when it evolves into a VMAX. But we'll get some damage on it. And the next turn, we'll go in with the Donphan. As long as they don't boss me here, which they could do. We'll see, though. Nope. Just a research. They lose an Urn. They could find Umbreon here, which could be pretty bad. There's Tower. That's good. I was hoping they play a Tower, too, obviously, because, well, it helps us out quite a bit. All right, that's cool. That's cool. So there's the energy on the Urshi. What else do they got? Okay, just an Impact Blow. So they don't evolve. I can't KO them, unfortunately, right? Not even Morpeko would get there. So we're just going to just hit it with Donphan. Let's see what our draw is. Another Quick Ball. Bench Mankey. Play Marnie. And then we'll see what we get here. Got Houndoom. I'll play the Houndoom. Get an energy on Mankey, I think, right? Yeah, because we have Switch, right? Let's do Houndoom. Spread the energy out. Get energy on Mankey. Then we'll Earthquake. The Mankey does have 20 HP left. We're going to switch into it next turn and most likely draw the Primeape, hopefully anyways. They have 6 HP left. So if they evolve into the Urshi VMAX, which they do evolve, we can KO them with Mankey here. Yeah, that's fine. I could have saved the Single Strike Roar, but the problem is I don't have a whole lot of Single Strike energy in the deck. So I think it was fine to play the energy early, because they could knock me out here. If they do that, I could just go Morpeko, right? So I don't care. I just want to make sure we get one energy on the Mankey. They do boss. Let's see what they bring in. Crobat or Houndoom or Mankey. Okay, they go for Houndoom. That's fine. That's fine. Donphan staying alive isn't terrible either. We basically just have to get energy Primeape here to KO them. We'll see. Research. We have to lose 2 of our switches. All right, can we get the Primeape energy combo? We do not just yet anyways. We got the Primeape, but we didn't get the energy. To be fair, though, they only have one Houndoom, though, so they could be stuck or something. Here, how am I going to do this? We're going to go Evolution Incense. How much energy do we have? Just 3? Oh, gosh, we're not going to get it, are we? I don't like this. Give me the Houndour back. Tower Mankey, come on, give me something good. Okay, we got it. Nice. We got the energy for Primeape, which means we can come in and take a KO here with Steam and Mad Strike for, I think it's 190? No, 170 on the dot. Yeah, perfect. And we'll take our prizes, get a Marnie. Probably going to have to play that, actually. I don't want to lose all the supporters. Energy's good. Tower. All right, that's a good Tower discard if I do this on myself. All right. That's good. Now, they're probably going to kill me here with Urshi. But then I can just Earthquake them again. I can kind of repeat the process. I also have Morpeko coming in soon. I need to find that Urn. How many Urns do we have left? Oh, both of them? I think we did prize the Single Strike energy, so there you go. So we can maybe KO Urshi and then KO Houndoom for a game or something, right? All right, let's see what they do here. Do they have a knockout? Do they have an energy? They do. Okay, that's fine. I could attack with Primeape again. Well, I don't have enough damage on. I could go Morpeko here. Tempting. It is tempting. I think I'm just going to swing with Donphan, though. And I think I'm going to swing with Donphan again. That's fine. I could go Morpeko. It might actually be correct to go Morpeko here because Morpeko... Yeah, I think I'm going to go Morpeko. We're not going to KO them, but at the same time, though... How many boss do we have left? Still 1. So if I go Morpeko here... Because if I Earthquake again, I can't single strike Roar to Morpeko. I'd have to draw the energy raw, and I don't really want to rely on that. So I think I am going to go Morpeko here. This is the perfect opportunity to use Morpeko. Another Phanpy. I'm not going to bench that. I need to find Rod, actually. Let's do Tower here. Perfect. We'll do both, yeah, sure. We'll put back Mankey. I feel like we need to put Houndour. I feel like we need to put the Houndoom back, though, but we have a 1-1 Houndour line. Maybe this deck could play Zoroark, but, like, the problem with Zoroark is, one, the ability cancels Donphan's damage it does to it because Zoroark would get rid of the damage counters, and two, there's no room. So yeah, Zoroark sucks. But in this scenario, it'd be nice to have for the extra thing. We don't really need the Houndour then, do we? We have to rely on one Houndoom here to carry us. Double Mankey it is. I could have gone Houndour, Houndoom back, but I need to get more Primeapes back too. This level ball. We still have the energy in the deck, right? Yeah. Grab another Mankey in case they target Primeape. And they're going to kill Crobat soon too. This is why I hate having Crobat in play here. It's really unfortunate. Single strike Roar. Do I want to research though? Honestly, I don't mind doing research here because I mean we're gonna lose more supporters, but I need to find like Urn and stuff. Now I'm fine with researching. I also want to find Boss or something for next turn. Did not get there. We have Tower still. I'm not really concerned about like dead drawing, even though we didn't get Boss off that. Play this. I'll play the Tower here. Oh, we can't. Well, let's send the deck out. And then I'll just... Explosive Disconnect. They can evolve into the VMAX. Now, they might retreat into Umbreon. They can knock me out with Mean Look here, which would suck. We'll see, though. I think if we didn't have Crobat in play, I think we'd win the game. I think Crobat here is going to cost us the game. I think we are going to lose because the Crobat's in play. I'm thinking about the math and stuff, because they could just retreat, knock me out with Umbreon here. Yeah, maybe I was actually correct to go Donphan there instead of Morpeko. Oh, they evolve. Oh, wait. Well, still, I don't see how we're going to win this, because Crobat is still a liability, but we'll see. We have to do Steaming Mad Strike for a KO. They have 170 HP. There's not enough Pokemon to play with damage. Yeah, I think the Crobat is just going to cost us. If we didn't have Crobat in play, I actually think we would have won the game if we didn't have Crobat in play. I don't think we have a way to KO this because we go Donphan, they just knock out my Crobat. So I think that is GG's. Right? So it looks like going Morpeko there was still probably fine. There's no way I can KO them, right? So if I go promote Hound... Oh, they have Tool Jammer on. Whoo! Don't want to promote that. Yeah, Primeape ain't gonna take a KO. There's no way. With only one single strike Roar. Yeah. I think that is GG's. We basically just have to pray they don't have Umbreon VMAX or Boss, but they probably do. Yeah, having Crobat in play is gonna cost us the game, I think. I think we're just gonna be one thing off here. I don't see any other way to KO them. Yeah, like... The Tool Jammer makes it so I can't have, like, a pivot, so I can't go Morpeko. Not even Morpeko would take him out. I think that's GG's. Like, I could boss the Houndoom. If I had another boss left, I could maybe win. I could go boss Houndoom. They don't move, go Umbreon, boss KO Crobat. I could win. If I had another boss left. And I could boss Yoshi back up, KO with Primeape. I can't do that, though, because I only have one boss left. I literally just... basically, we just have to pray they don't have the boss or Umbreon VMAX. They most likely do. I literally think there's no way I can win this game. Like, I'm trying to think of all the outs I have. There is no outs. I think that is quite literally GG's. Yeah. We can draw a few cards. Not even... Yeah. If they don't have game here, we can win, obviously. So we're just basically going to pray they don't have game this turn. There's nothing I can really do about that. We could not do enough damage with Primeape, even if we had enough Pokemon on the bench, so... I mean, the best I can do is... I could boss Umbreon, but, like, that's not going to win me the game, because, like, yeah, they can evolve it, but, like, they're probably not going to evolve the Umbreon, you know, so... Well, I guess they don't have a lot of single strike energy left. I boss Umbreon, they might not be able to pull off the play. The problem is, I just don't have... if I had another boss left, I could win, because I could go boss Umbreon. They might not have the game in hand, right? And then I could just boss Urshifu with Primeape, but I don't have the boss. I only have one boss left. I think it just hit the active prey. They don't have Umbreon VMAX. They probably do, though. Maybe just... you know what? Let's do it. We might have to just try to exhaust our resources here. I don't know. They probably just have Switch Boss or Switch Umbreon in hand. I don't know. There's no play in my head I could think of that could have prevented us from losing here. It's just if we did not have Crobat in play or they didn't have an Umbreon in play, we probably would have won the game, right? So I think it's just having the Crobat in play cost us the game. If we didn't have Crobat down here, we probably could have won. This is the main issue with playing Crobat in single price decks because it's always going to screw you over. Yeah. Not much I can do there. Having Crobat in play is too much of a liability in these single price decks. Why I'm not a fan of playing it, but we were one attack off of winning the game. Yeah, the Crobat it's too much of a liability for this deck. All right, we're going first in this next match here. Unfortunately, our starting hand is very bad, but we do, never mind, we just drew a Marnie, so we are not out yet. Now, the problem is, what am I grabbing here? Am I going Phanpy? Am I going... we don't have Crobat in the deck. That's great. Question is, do I go Donphan or do I go Phanpy? Or do I go Phanpy or do I go Houndour? I'm going to go Phanpy here. Yeah. And then I'm going to balloon into it so I can save my switch. I want to establish Earthquake. Now, they're playing Single Strike Volcanion, which is interesting. Marnie next turn. I don't know if I can trust Marnie to give me a good hand, but we'll find out, I guess. We just need to get some basics. We need to find Donphan plus Energy. I don't know, I might have been correct to go Houndour there, but I don't think they're going to do a lot of damage here this turn, you know? I also want Morpeko on the bench for the backup attacker, you know? They don't have much either, so Marnie's probably going to help them. Still didn't get much. All right, well, Marnie and then Pray, we get some good stuff. Nope, that's... not a good hand. They're not going to KO me. Well, no, if they got a Fire Energy, they knock me out. We drew really badly here. Yeah. Not much I can do. Our draws here were just terrible. Right. Not good, not good, not good. We'll see what we can draw, but it's not looking good. Oh, never mind. They're going to Marnie me again. Now, the problem is they can still KO my Phanpy, which means we're probably still not going to be able to get an attack off. At least that puts us closer to a better supporter. Or not. Supporters, where you at? Okay, nice. I don't have the KO. I do have Donphan, so there's that at least. But prizing Crobat, man, it's so unfortunate. But I can attack with Morpeko next turn. So it's not all that bad, I guess. Well, I could attack with Morpeko next turn. But now they can't KO me, so this is fine. I need a supporter soon, though. We haven't seen one in a while. I mean, we played a Marnie. We drew, what, 9 extra cards? No draw supporter. Prizing Crobat was the big stinger here, because I could have just quick ball for Crobat, obviously, but can't do much about that. But anyways, we can set damage up. We can actually kill the Volcanion next turn with Donphan. But then I can't do any more Earthquakes because my Morpeko's... actually, everything on my bench might die to Earthquake. Everything has 6 HP, so we gotta be a little careful there. We'll see what they do here. We'll see what they decide to do. They could Marnie me again, which would be great. They could have a research. No? They are going to Marnie me again. All right, can we finally see a draw supporter, please? Then, thank you. What? No draw supporter still? Bit of a better hand. We got the Houndoom. I could go Morpeko here and save Donphan for a rainy day, which is tempting. All right, looks like they're setting up now. Let's see if they play Umbreon. I'm actually curious to see if they play Umbreon. No, they grab Crobat, though. Crobat's a great Pokemon because it's an easy boss target for not only Donphan, but Primeape. All right, let's see what they do. Which... all right, they can Heat Blast. If I attack them, I actually walk into the Dynamite attack, but I have to attack them. All right, we do Boss. I could Boss knock out this thing. The fact they're doing 70 damage actually is good. So what I could do here is I could go Boss KO this. Grab Primeape. How's supporters looking? They're all in the decks. So, honestly... I like bossing. Now, the problem is if I boss them, they could go knock out... they can knock out my Donphan by going Single Strike Energy, Heat Blast, if they find a Houndoom. Considering my dead draws, though, I feel like I have to go for the attack. Right? I feel like I have to go for the attack and take the prizes. I can... This thing's gonna get KO'd eventually. I'm gonna take this opportunity to KO this Crobat. Because I need to get a supporter. Or a Crobat, right? So, good odds, right? Crobat. Nice. There we go. Perfect. See, I had to do that. I have to bench Crobat again, but because we just took 2 prizes, we're actually pretty far ahead in the prize race. Unfortunately, we don't have enough Pokemon to play for our Primeape to come in and KO the Volcanion, but that's fine. If they don't knock out my Donphan here, that'd be good. The problem is I cannot attack them with Earthquake. So I might have to go into Morpeko. Because I could do Earthquake. The problem is, though, I KO my own Morpeko. Well, they play 2 Crobats. Alright, they have the KO. They can just Dynamite Tackle me. Interesting list. I thought about Volcanion again. I think it's better to wait until the new stadium comes out to replay Donphan because... Or Volcanion V, because I just don't think it's good right now. Alright, so we're gonna probably have to try to go Morpeko here. See, we draw. I didn't need the Crobat. Alright, I'm gonna Quick Ball. We're gonna re-get the squad. Try to build up for another Donphan. We'll play Crobat down. I can't really do much against Crobat anyways. Not like Dynamite Tackle when it KOs me. So... Honestly, I'm probably just gonna I know I'm losing a bunch of supporters and I was complaining I don't have supporters, but... I really want to get this Single Strike energy for Morpeko so I can hit them here. So I'm researching. Do we get it? We don't. Rip. So... My best alternative is just to Steam and Mad Strike, but that's not doing a whole lot of damage. That's a pretty bad whiff. I can't Hound into the Morpeko, unfortunately. So maybe I just... I could go into Crobat, because Crobat doesn't get KO'd here. Then I can switch Crobat into the Phanpy. But they've already played 2 Marnie, so they might not have another one. I could always retreat Crobat. Morpeko's going to die anyways, though. So maybe we just let them KO Morpeko, because it's eventually going to get KO'd regardless. I could go Primeape, but, like... It's not doing a whole lot of damage. It's only doing 140. But then we go Donphan knockout. Okay, you know what? But then we KO our... Morpeko's going to die regardless. I feel like we just let the Morpeko get KO'd here. But then maybe... Now, you know what? Actually, I think it is correct to go Primeape here, because... Then... We can hit them and then maybe finish them off with Morpeko next turn, right? We can do a bit of damage. I think it's like 140, right? So then, if they don't put a cape on, Morpeko can smack them. We can KO Donphan, but the problem is we KO Morpeko. But I think it is worth it to go Primeape here. I mean, I think we're fine. They could boss KO Crobat here, obviously. No, okay, we're good. Cool. We still have 1 turn left. Alright, we'll see if we can attack with Morpeko here. But it'd be ideal, because I don't want to use my Donphan, but we'll see. We'll see how fate is looking. So I bench Houndour. I kind of want to bench another Mankey. Alright. Marnie it is. Can we find the energy? We do. Nice. Perfect. And we got another Mankey. Beautiful. That was a pretty good Marnie, actually. That was a pretty good Marnie. Alright, cool. So we can go bench Mankey. Put that there. And I can... We'll just connect. For a ton of damage. Alright, cool. They bring in Volcanion, and then I go Earthquake, and then Primeape should just finish it off, right? Or I just win with Earthquake anyways. If they put a Cape of Toughness on, this thing will survive a hit. I could also find Boss if they Marnie me or something. But it's probably just we KO the active, we win the game. We'll see what their verdict is. We'll see. Well, okay, they got the attack. They have a boss. What are they going to go after? Crobat, yeah. 2 games in a row where Crobat's been targeted, but it is GG's. We are going to win here with Morpeko. We could also win with Donphan, but Morpeko will win us the game with Explosive Disconnect, knocking out this Crobat. And we're going to take a dub here versus a pretty interesting Single Strike Volcanion deck. I like the idea. I think it is best to wait until the new Fire Stadium comes out for Single Strike Volcanion because it provides you that extra energy acceleration. I feel like Volcanion's energy accel is just not quite there, but not a bad idea. All right, we lost the coin flip here. We're up against potentially Zacian, I imagine. Hopefully not Duraludon. We ain't going to be Duraludon. I'll tell you that right now. All right, not a bad start. We got some stuff. It's always good to have some stuff. All right, what are we playing against? Zacian. It is Zacian. All right, it's not Duraludon. Ooh, this should be a fine matchup, I guess. We'll see. So, our hand isn't bad. As long as they don't have a turn 2 KO on my Phanpy here, that'd be good. I don't know if they will get there, though. Could play tower now. The question is, will I be doing Marnie, though? I kind of like this hand, but nah, we'll play the tower. It's fine. We'll drop some cards, try to get more basics, get some energy. Perfect. All right, we can just go get a Houndour here. Crobat's in the deck. Morpeko. Morpeko's going to be good. We did prize... Didn't prize much, actually. Prized one of our Phanpies. We prized 2 energy. We prize 1 research. Okay. Fine. Honestly, part of me does want to do Marnie here, but at the same time, I can go Evolution Instance for Donphan, Marnie into the energy. I also don't want a brick. I really want to use the opportunity to set up the damage counters for when they actually attack me with their big Pokemon, because Primeape can take out these Amazontian Zacians and stuff. So I kind of want to just go for the Marnie now, but I kind of want to hold the hand too. They also have a 3-card hand, right? So I don't want to give them more cards to work with. They did Wisdom, though. I can get a Houndoom down. No, we'll Marnie. I need to draw more stuff. As long as I don't brick here. Yeah. It's height. I'll have to play Crobat next turn. It's a tad unfortunate, but not much I can do. Do I bench Morpeko? Sure. Could attack with Morpeko next turn. Hopefully our Phanpy lives. We did get another Phanpy down, so they kill my Phanpy here. We're not going to be able to do Donphan. My Phanpy's a goner. Oh, they're going to get a switch, aren't they? They just beat it. No, dude, don't do it. Don't kill my Phanpy. Okay, nice. I have a 1-card hand, too. All right, they're stuck. All right, we have another Marnie. Okay, I'm going to tower away another Mankey. All right, we got Donphan. That's good. That means we can't die to Zamazenta now unless they attack with Berserker. Do this. Grab Houndoom. I can go Crobat here. I don't know, man. Those last 2 games, Crobat has literally been boss KO twice, though. I don't know if I want to bench it. I want to get that energy. I want to get the Earthquake off right now. So we're going for it. I don't even care. Let's do it. We just need 1 fighting. There we go. Perfect. And we got the switch, too. Beautiful. We'll do Roar. Build up Mankey. Then we'll Earthquake. I actually don't mind killing their Guru, too. Pretty decent. And then we'll take our prize. And we can kill their Zam next turn with Primeape. So we'll see what happens. They have a 2-card hand. They might be stuck in top deck mode. Oh, they play Crushing Hammer. Uh-oh, that's not good. Don't get heads, don't get heads, don't get heads. Yes, let's go. Sonya. They can get Zacian here. They could do a Trepid Sword, but they're not going to do much else after that. We could switch into Houndoom, and then hopefully Research. We're going to have... I don't want to lose my Bruno, but we can take the KO here with Primeape, but we can just play super aggressive with Primeape if we get the Primeape play. So I really want to go for it. I could Tower here. I obviously can't do Marnie. I really want to get this Primeape KO. Let's go switch. I don't like losing Bruno, but if we can just get Primeape, we can play so aggressive that we can just kind of wipe out whatever they bring in. So I think I go for the Primeape. We got it. Nice. I didn't get another energy, though, so that means I do have to waste another single strike Roar here, but that's fine. I hate losing those supporters, but it's worth it because it pays off pretty well. Get another Primeape while we're at it. And because our whole bench is literally damaged, we can Steamy Mad Strike for like 290 damage here. Take this Zamazenta out. If we can find Boss or whatever, we can just keep taking prizes. We have another Primeape in the woodwork waiting to come out and play. So, I mean, at this point, it's just kind of the Primeape show. Let's see if my opponent can stop me here. They can do Zacian. They can Intrepid Sword. I could do Tower. I'd have to get rid of something, though. I don't know. Yeah, Zacian's going to kill me next turn. Tower away Houndour. Can't really get rid of any other Mankeys, so... I guess we Tower away the Houndour. I get Boss. No, didn't get it. Alright, cool. That's fine. Let's knock him out. Again, we have another Primeape, so not worried about this. Primeape still KOs Zacian in one hit here. Even though we're not going to be doing 290 damage anymore. Earn is a great prize. That was a perfect prize. Now we can just earn next turn when they KO me. And then we just attack with Primeape. So it's looking pretty good. I think we will win the game here. Donphan just set the damage perfectly. I don't think they were able to really establish their board state. They weren't able to get like a Bronzong in play, which is what I imagine. They might be playing Bronzong and Cheryl. They didn't really get that going. Brave Blade will knock me out, but that is GG's. With Primeape, despite one of our Primapes going down here, we have another one in the woodwork, and we have Urn of Vitality, which will guarantee us the knockout here, because we are going to be doing 240 damage. They have no Cape of Toughness on. We go do this, and that will be GG's. Demon Mad Strike, or the knockout, 240 damage, and there we go. That's game with Primeape. Set up Donphan damage. We got lucky they had used Zam over Zacian there, but it paid off because Primeape just ran him over. We didn't really need the 5 Pokemon damage because Primeape still does 220 to 240 to the Zacians anyways with the 4 Pokemon heavily damaged, because when Donphan gets KO'd, you'll have 4 Pokemon damage, so you don't need that extra damage with Primeape, but we got there anyways, which is pretty sick. All right, next game here, we might be against E-Turn, which is probably one of our better matchups because of the fact we hit for weakness. All right, our start is okay. If I can get Phanpy or Donphan here, I can get an early energy on them, which is good. I'll probably still have to get Phanpy, though, and get the fight energy on it. We'll see what we're playing against. Is it going to be E-Turn? It probably is. Grab Phanpy. Let's see what we prize. We did prize 2 Primeapes and a Donphan. We have Crobat, though. Got Morpeko. We did prize... None of our... Well, we prized Bruno. Okay. We did prize 1 single strike energy. All right, cool. Grab Phanpy. Put that energy on. Balloon. Now... I'm going to pass on the off chance they play Liepard. And I don't think they can KO me here, all right? I don't think they can knock me out. So as long as we just research in a good hand, they bench E-Turn VMAX, right? We just kind of sweep them with Primeape, which should easily want to KO them. So, fine. Oh, they do play Weezing, though. That's a little annoying, because we lose Houndoom plus Crobat, but it is a fighting... It's weak to fighting, so it still gets bodied by the Donphan, regardless. We can still use Morpeko in this matchup, too, because my opponent probably doesn't play any spread cards. So this is a situation where Morpeko's good. Morpeko you only really want to use when you're not playing against decks with Inteleon or spread decks, because that's where the Morpeko gets bodied. I thought about putting a Abomasnow in here, but it's just not very good in my opinion. Ooh, they do play a Galarian Zigzagoon. That actually might make a difference for math fixing at some point. We'll see, though. Depending on how many they play. I don't feel like they'd have that much room for, like, 4 Goons, 4 Nets. We hit the switch. Did they get the E-Turn V, though? Is the question. Galarmine. Ooh, they have a Marnie. That might suck. Thankfully, Phanpy doesn't die to the poison, so we still have an extra turn of Donphan. We could even do Strike Back on them if we really wanted to, if they poison me. Okay, well, they still Marnied me into a Donphan. The problem is the rest of the hand is not very good. Hopefully we can draw something here, like a research. You get Houndoom, which I'll take. We didn't get much else, though, which is unfortunate. We'll have to just evolve. Play this. Grab another Donphan. And we'll have to just Earthquake. But I don't mind this. We take a prize. They have no E-Turn V down, so my Donphan isn't feeling threatened. And we can KO their Weezings. Let's see what our prize is. Another Primeape? Nah, I don't need that. They might Marnie me again, though. We'll see. That's unfortunate. They got the lucky Marnie Brick on me. And my Crobat won't be doing anything in this match. This is not good. If we Brick for a while, we could lose the game. So hopefully we draw something soon. My opponent has to bench an E-Turn now because they can't bench any more Pokemon. Because they've already put enough Pokemon. No Marnies. Yeah, they have to bench an E-Turn here. They can't bench any other basic like Moltres or anything. They do lose some energy. Galarmine discard is good. But they bench Moltres, which I guess can attack next turn, which is pretty bad. But as long as we can draw anything, we can still establish Primeape, which can still kind of come in and take out the Moltres. If we can set up the Primeape play... The problem is they got a lucky Marnie on me, and now I'm bricking, so we'll have to see what happens. It's not looking good, though. I really don't want to lose to bricking. This is, like, literally our best matchup, too. This is, like, as good as a matchup gets, but my opponent's just... They got a lucky Marnie on me. What can I do? There's Mankey. Alright, we can kind of get somewhere. We don't have enough Pokemon in play, though, for it to matter too much, but at least it's something. So Earthquake, knock him out. We'll take our prize. We don't have to worry about Weezing anymore, so we get Crobat here. Another Primeape. I don't need that. Oh, no. Now we hope they don't attack with Moltres. They probably will. This is not looking good. We're in a pretty bad spot right now because of the bricks. I can't even promote Houndoom because of the Galar Mine. This is not good. Primeape, unfortunately, cannot KO them, right? That's only 140. Yeah. If we had more basics, like... Oh, man, this sucks. I really hope we don't lose because my opponent got a lucky Marnie on me. This is literally our best matchup. Please Marnie me again. Please. Play another Marnie. I don't want to lose. Honestly, I can't really afford to go Donphan. I'm going to have to go Primeape because I can't go Donphan. There's more Peko. I mean, I guess we can two-shot the Moltres this way. It's a bit of a scuffed way to win, but I guess this works too. I could... Now we're going to Steamy Match Strike him. I could two-shot here. Not ideal, but... what I have to do. Yes. We could draw Crobat, Quick Ball, anything, bro, at this point. I don't even care if I bench Crobat. I think we're far enough ahead where benching Crobat doesn't really matter too much. Okay, so we can take him out with more Peko here. And hopefully I draw something. I still have Donphan, so as long as we can still go Donphan, we can still set up the U-turn to be KO'd. Oh my god. Come on, give me something. They have 20 HP left. What a meme. Alright, here we go. Knockout. Can I please get something off the prizes? I have Bruno prize. That'd be a great time to get it. Nope. There we go. Alright, we got Bruno. We might still be in the game. All we have to do is go swing with Donphan, set up a Primeape, and we can win the game. Or we can also set up win with more Peko. We're out of single strike energy, though. We have to find Urn. What a wild game. They could watch them Marnie me again. If they Marnie me again, that'd be hilarious. I don't think they will, though, because I have literally been bricking for the past few turns. Ooh, that's a really good training court. One, I get my pivot back. Two, I get the energy of the discard pile. I guess they had to play that, though. Do they even have a way to attack this turn? They have a boss. Okay, that's fine. Probably going to bring in Dawn. Okay, interesting. I wish they brought in... They should have brought in more Peko, because I can't move it. I can training court. I can go back into my Morpeko, but they just gave me a free Donphan. Now, honestly, I might play the Bruno. Let's see what we draw. Mankey, beautiful. Let's go training court. I think now Primeapes do enough damage to KO the E-turn. Honestly, I'm kind of tempted to play the Bruno here just to draw 4 cards. I can get Crobat. I think I'd rather just save it, though. I think we're just going to take the Earthquake knockout. This is a very scuffed game, but... Thankfully, all of our attackers were strong enough to kind of hold on while I dead drew. And there's an energy. All right, so we're just going to Bruno next turn. And just hope to find... Oh, we could drop Boss. Boss, we could win the game with Boss, right? No, we can't. Let's say drop another low HP Pokemon. Oh, now they Marnie me. And there goes my hand. I got the well-timed Marnie. Hopefully, we don't brick here. We can still attack with Morpeko. So we're not out yet. All right, there we go. We got to research. We can still win. There's their 4th Crobat. If they put another Galar Mine down, that would suck, because I do want to try to see if I can win here with Primeape. Morpeko won't win us the game. Unless I draw a boss. I can take out that copy, and they're probably going to bench. So, but if not, I'm going to have to try to win with Primeape. I just need to find Urn Primeape, and we can win. Because 3 Pokemon is enough to KO them with the single strike energy. That'd be 340 in total. Because 150 plus the 20 damage would be 170 times 2, 340, just on the dot. Unless they put a big Charm on, then I have to go Morpeko. Let's see what happens here. What a wild game, though. Jeez Louise. So let's try to win here. So let's promote Houndoom. Hopefully draw something good. Tower. Oh, wait. Don't we already have an energy in the deck? Hold on. I think we already have an energy in the deck. We took a prize, right? Oh, we do. Oh, that's game. We won. I forgot we took an energy out of the deck, and I forgot they Marnied me and put the energy back into the deck. Let's go. That's game. Single strike roar. That's GG's, right? That's 170 damage times 2, 340. Steaming Mad Strike. Bye-bye, E-turn. 340 HP? No, not a chance. Not to Primeape, baby. Let's go. What a wild game, dude. Thankfully, we got there. We got cheesed by a Marnie there for a while, but thankfully, our attackers were still good. We still had some synergy with Morpeko and Houndoom and Donphan, and that was still enough to take prizes, to stay in the game. And finally, we got there in the end with a nice Primeape KO to end the video off, I think, with those matches. Overall, this deck was actually pretty cool and pretty fun to play. Again, it will struggle against some of the spread-heavy decks, but that's any single prize deck. Let's be real here. I know somebody's going to comment, cool deck, but it loses to Rapid Strike Urshifu. Well, no, duh. That's every single prize deck right now. Anyways, but yeah, this deck was fun. Honestly, if you guys can try to find room to cut Crobat, you can, because as you saw, we lost game because Crobat. I definitely think this deck could have some improvements. Maybe you could add a Abomasnow. I would like to play a Abomasnow in here, but then you're playing 4 stage 1s, which is just too clunky. You could play Zoroark, but the problem with Zoroark is Zoroark's ability removes damage counters when you use it. So it effectively cancels Donphan. It makes you do less damage. So I don't think Zoroark is good. Honestly, I think you should just play a couple big charms. I think 2 big charms would be good in here too. Furthermore, Pekko or Cape of Toughness could be good too. That'd be it for the video. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe down below. Help me on the road to reaching 24K subs. Check out Card Cavern down below. Use code LDF. Check out my Twitch. Check out my Discord. Check out my Twitter. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. And hopefully tomorrow I have a new light. But let me know what you guys thought of the natural sunlight lighting. I don't know. I don't like how the ETBs look. They're too dark. There's no light on them. But anyways, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.